To continue with our Wonder example, I wanted to add two more elements. One is main image. So when we talk about Wonder, we could include the image, but this is only a description of an image. So we provide information about the source file name of the image, its size, the width, and its height. And you can certainly add more attributes to this element if you want. So there's main image and there's source. Where does this information come from? So section ID will get this information from a newspaper. So we have the newspaper ID and the section from that newspaper. Okay, this completes a record of a specific Wonder. And what you notice is that these two elements are different from the previous ones in that this element has no content. It has a start tag, a opening tag, and then a closing tag. There's nothing in between. All the previous elements we created either have content. Those text in black are the content of this element. And in terms of the history, it has sub-element in it. So it have year built, year destroyed. It have how destroyed, and a story, right? So those are normal elements that it have content in it. And in these two, the main image and the source element has no content. We call them empty tags or empty element. A shorthand way of writing this this empty element is just to simply add the closing tag before the second bracket. So let's save a space and also make the XML document a little bit easier to read. Okay, so this is one Wonder record, right? There are many Wonders around the world. We could, if we wanted to create a collection of things, if we want to create an XML document containing information about 10 different Wonders, for example, what should we do? As we mentioned, one XML document could only have one root element. In order to make a collection, we create a new root element that could hold this collection. So we could call it whole collection ancient wonders, right? And the closing tag, we will need to move it to the end of this wonder. And then we can copy this and then create new second wonder. So we have the second Wonder listed here. We can change the names for this one to make it the way that we like to describe different wonders around the world. Now I have edited a number of other wonderful places, and as you can see, the second wonder is the pyramid, and then we have information about its English name. There's no Greek name, and you also notice the history element of this wonder is slightly different from the history element that we used earlier. This is allowed in well-formed XML document. Well-formed only requires elements be nested properly, and the starting tags have end closing tags. So therefore, as you can see, it gave you flexibility, could also introduce problems. And that is the reason later we're going to study XML schema. And DTD, we already covered it in 515. So this is how a well-formed XML document can be constructed. You can change it as long as the resulting XML document still meets all the semantic